ruined dreams of a white Christmas. Radical Road, the jihadi couple, and the terror postings. Did the feds overlook clues on social media? Plus, the inside story of the deadly shootout with police from one of the cops chasing them down. And present danger? You've seen the terrifying scenes like this. Now Amazon taking down certain hoverboards over fears of fire. Tonight, the concern that has some parents saying, no way.
This is ABC World News Tonight.
And good evening. Thanks for joining us on this Sunday. I'm Tom Yamas, and we begin with a major shift in the race for the White House. Tonight, a Republican challenger coming on strong. Two polls show Senator Ted Cruz is now the man to beat in Iowa. Cruz 10 points up in a new Des Moines Register Bloomberg poll, leaping 21 points, a record-breaking surge. The Iowa caucus is now just 50 days away. The Republicans are set to face off in a high-stakes debate on Tuesday, and today, Trump already trying to take down Cruz. We start with ABC's Mary Bruce at the White House tonight.
Tonight, Senator Ted Cruz is cruising, passing Donald Trump in Iowa. It's a meteoric rise for the Texas senator, a 21-point gain since October in one poll. So far, Cruz and Trump have been friendly rivals, but Trump is now taking aim.
Well, you look at the way he's dealt with the Senate, where he goes in there like frankly, like a little bit of a maniac. He'll never get anything done, and that's the problem with Ted.
This after Cruz questioned Trump's ability to be commander-in-chief.
It's also a question of judgment.
I would say I have far better judgment than Ted. I think I have a really great temperament.
And Trump has a new message for any GOP party leader conspiring against him.
I'm sorry I did this to you, but you got to get used to it. It's one of those little problems in life.
Trump maintains strong support in Iowa, even as he denounces the polling.
The Des Moines Register is the worst. They're the worst.
But as Cruz rises, Ben Carson is falling.
Poll numbers go up and down. I wasn't excited when they're up. I'm not excited when they're down. This is a very fluid contest.
And it looks like they may have a new candidate to contend with.
I've made a big decision. I'm entering the race for president of the United States of America.
Saturday Night Live bringing back Will Ferrell as President George W. Bush. Cruz is rising just as Republicans get ready to face off in their fifth debate on Tuesday, where Trump will be center stage. But for the first time, Cruz will be standing right next to him. Tom.
We're looking forward to that debate. All right, Mary, thank you so much. And the Democrats will debate this week as well. Join David Muir and Martha Raddatz for the New Hampshire Democratic debate. Your voice, your vote. 1 week from tonight, Saturday, December 19th, 7 Central, right here on ABC. And new questions tonight about that terror attack in San Bernardino and whether it might have been stopped. Did the government miss signals about Tashfeen Malik and her extremist views that might have been posted on social media? Also tonight, inside the chase and the shootout with the police officer right behind the killer's black SUV. ABC's Kana Whitworth reporting in again tonight.
Tonight, investigators testing what they dredged out of this lake after 3 days of searching. Still no word on whether they've found any traces of that missing hard drive belonging to Syed Farouk and Tashfeen Malik. A digital footprint that could prove critical for investigators amid new questions about the screening that allowed Malik into the country in the first place.
Had they checked out Tashfeen Malik a little more, maybe she wouldn't have been gotten a visa. Maybe those people in San Bernardino would be alive.
Malik vetted by Homeland Security, the State Department, and had a criminal background check. But investigators don't always scrub social media. After the attack, they found Malik's Facebook post critical of moderate Muslims. Now the New York Times reports she also talked openly on social media in support of violent jihad and, quote, wanted to be a part of it.
I am asking to immediately initiate a program that would check the social media sites of those admitted on visas to see if they are using words and talking about things like jihad, explosives, mass shootings. It's outrageous that this isn't already done.
Tonight, one of the officers who chased the killer couple down is speaking out.
They haven't stopped, and then the back window of their SUV shatters, and I see gunfire coming out of the back of it.
The black SUV then pulls over. Farouk gets out and starts firing. Capps gets out to return fire.
I saw him shooting towards a deputy that I know was across the street, so that's when I opened fire on him.
The terrorists were killed in that shootout. That was the first time in his 23 years on the force that Capps ever fired his weapon while on duty. Tom.
A compelling story. All right, Kana, thank you so much. Next to the extreme weather tonight, more than 100 million people feeling it this weekend, coast to coast. The worst of it, though, in Texas. Take a look. One of 3 confirmed tornadoes destroying this neighborhood. High winds there knocking this train right off its tracks. Heavy rains triggering flash flooding, too. ABC's Candace Gibson in Texas tonight.
Tonight, a view from the air of devastation across the state of Texas.
Wow, I think that's a tornado.
In Willis, a tornado destroying roofs, uprooting trees, toppling vehicles.
Tornado just hit.
Tiny Lindale, Texas, described as a disaster by its first responders. A tornado damaging up to 50 homes.
We are striving to keep unnecessary people out and have only the people that need access into this area.
The twister coming within feet of Luke Griffin's home.
Where did it go?
It started back that way towards the high school, and you can see on out there in that lane where it started, it just came right through here. It was just a white wall of stuff flying everywhere.
Jennifer Skender out Christmas shopping when the tornado ripped apart her home of 11 years. A neighbor texting her these photos of her house.
I'm just thankful we weren't home. I think the Lord sent us away and he spared us.
Over the weekend, 24 severe storms bringing up to half a foot of rain to some parts of Texas, and wind gusts powerful enough to throw 64 large cargo train cars from the trestle and onto a roadway below.
Tonight, as people here in Texas begin the massive cleanup effort, authorities and residents are astounded by the fact there wasn't a single injury reported in this weekend's storms. Tom?
Remarkable. No one was hurt when you look at that damage. All right, Candace, thank you. Meteorologist Indra Peterson is here now. And Indra, that severe weather is on the move tonight, right?
We're still talking about that exact same system tonight. We're talking about air from Wisconsin right down through Louisiana. Look at that heavy rain still making its way through, and it's expected to affect the Midwest as we go in through tomorrow morning. But out west, another major storm, especially for the west. You're talking about 45-mile-per-hour winds, even showers from San Francisco down through Los Angeles. But hello, someone has snow, a foot of snow, actually great ski season, or down Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, and as parts of the country are dealing with snow outside our doors here in New York City, a completely different story. This is Central Park. People were having picnics and running in T-shirts and shorts. It doesn't look anything like mid-December. It actually feels like spring. How long is this going to last?
It feels really good, I'll tell you that. I think we both know that. But, you know, temperatures 15, 25 degrees above normal, breaking records, but it's not going to last. We're going to be talking about those temperatures going down by next weekend. So look for seasonal winter-like temperatures. But here's the catch, only for about 2 days. By the time we get to the holidays, those temperatures right back up.
All right, Indra, thank you so much. We want to show you an image now to the Pacific Northwest. An enormous black cloud hovering over Portland, Oregon today. A truck carrying fuel slid off the road and slammed into tanker cars parked at an industrial facility. The accident triggering a loud explosion, the fuel going up in flames. Firefighters working to keep that fuel and the chemicals in the tanker cars would leak into the river. The driver of that truck died in the crash. And from Los Angeles tonight, a controversial police shooting caught on camera. In this new case, a man on a busy street reportedly firing into the air, ignoring the sheriff's deputies' calls to stop. Then this, 2 officers shooting him, then firing again when he was down. ABC's Lindsay Davis with more of the video and what police are saying tonight.
The video shows Los Angeles County Sheriff's deputies fatally shooting a man walking away from them. They fire repeatedly, even after he falls to the ground, attempting to crawl away. The Sheriff's Department says the man, 28-year-old Nicholas Robertson, had a gun, pointed it at them, and refused the officers' repeated demands to drop it. They say they recovered a loaded .45 caliber semi-automatic handgun at the scene. More than a dozen people gathered to protest Saturday evening. Relatives who saw the video saying the shooting seems unjustified and accusing the officers of using excessive force.
They shot him in his shoulder and he was crawling to this gas station.
Police released this video on Sunday, which clearly shows Robertson walking down the street with a gun in his left hand. When he was shot, he was in front of a crowded gas station.
There are 2 people, 2 women and 3 children in a car at a gas pump that is within 5 feet of him at the time.
If he goes into that gas station, either takes hostages or shoots somebody, we're going to be having a different topic. We're going to be talking about, like, why didn't the police officers do something before he went into that?
They say Robertson had fired 6 or 7 shots in a nearby residential area. For now, investigators say they're not making any judgments until all the facts are in. Lindsay Davis, ABC News, New York.
And in the Bay Area, new developments in the search for more than 350 newborns that may have been exposed to tuberculosis by a nurse at the hospital where they were born. Tonight, what we're learning about the nurse and the risk to those babies, their mothers, and hundreds of other adults. ABC's Aditi Roy with the story.
Tonight, a major medical scare in San Jose, California. Officials at the Santa Clara Valley Medical Center fear more than 1,000 people may have been exposed to tuberculosis after a maternity ward nurse tested positive for the deadly disease. The hospital has identified 350 newborns, 368 mothers, and 308 workers who may have had contact with the nurse between mid-August to mid-November. The hospital posting this letter to its website. While the risk of infection is low, the consequences of a tuberculosis infection in infants can be severe. Hospital officials recommend that the babies protectively take an antibiotic for the next 6 months to 9 months, even if they test negative.
The judgment is it's safer to treat than not treat.
Hospital officials say the nurse's annual TB test was negative, but she was diagnosed with TB in November during treatment for an unrelated illness. Since she showed no symptoms, they say the risk of exposure is extremely low. Nearly 10,000 people in the U.S. develop tuberculosis every year.
And here in California, health officials say TB rates are twice as high as the nation's average because the state receives so many global travelers. Tom?
Aditi Roy for us tonight. Aditi, thank you. Next to the new warning tonight, a major alert for consumers, including one scam you probably haven't heard of, and the one that's cheating Americans out of the most money every year. Here's ABC's Gloria Riviera.
From threatening phone calls
the next hour they'll be at the doorstep to handcuff you and put you behind the bars.
to pressure to act now.
The issue at hand is extremely serious and time-sensitive.
Scam artists are bilking Americans out of millions. Tonight, a major consumer advocate revealing the 5 biggest scams of the year. The Better Business Bureau giving ABC News a first look at what its new scam tracker measuring complaints in all 50 states reveals.
You can see real-time what's happening with the scam and get a profile of the scammers.
Number 5 on the list, fake government grants sold to consumers for a small fee. Number 4, fake tech support. Andrea Hahn was browsing online when a voice came through her laptop saying it was infected. She called the number on the screen and
they took control of the computer.
Number 3, those fake sweepstakes asking for a small fee to collect a prize. Number 2, aggressive debt collectors impersonating authorities. Number 1 on the list, the IRS scam. Still surging this holiday season, 2,000 reports a day. Victims losing altogether $1 million a month.
Said I'll be going to jail and agents would be coming to handcuff me and take me away.
Kevin Lemon is one of them. He lost $500. Remember the basics. Be wary of unsolicited communication. Don't engage. And never send money by wire or debit card.
Felt very bad. Very bad.
Gloria Riviera, ABC News, Washington.
All right, we thank Gloria for that report. Still ahead tonight, it's one of the hottest gifts this holiday season. So why is Amazon taking down certain kinds of hoverboards? We've seen some catch fire tonight. The new concern with their batteries. And later, spectacular holiday homes lighting up the night. But could some decorations actually be blinding pilots? The new concern in the skies coming up.
ABC World News Tonight, brought to you by Cialis.
When a moment turns romantic, why pause to take a pill? Or stop to find a bathroom? Cialis for daily use is approved to treat both erectile dysfunction and the urinary symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently, day or night. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medicines and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or any symptoms of an allergic reaction, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis and a $200 savings card.
Hi, Tom.
Hey, how's the college visit?
You remembered. It's good.